Hi, everyone. Welcome to Primary Questions. Temper is a weapon we hold by the blade. That's a good quote, don't you think? But it's not mine. Actually, the Scottish author J.M. Barrie, who also, incidentally, wrote Peter Pan, came up with that. But that was one of the things we asked the presidential candidates in our Primary Questions series. We were interested to learn when they lost their temper, what happened when they lost it. And incidentally, according to a CBS poll, 37% of respondents said that was a factor in their decision making. So here's our next set of primary questions. When was the last time you lost your temper and what came of it?
Might have been when the Yankees lost. I think it might have been when the Yankees lost in the playoffs. Not only do I occasionally lose my temper, happens with the Giants too, but then I have a bad day the next day. Judith will tell you that I'm in a much better mood when the Yankees win than when they lose.
A couple of days ago, I had a Medal of Honor winner, head of a veterans group of people who were endorsing me. And we got caught up with the car and the traffic and the direction that our leader was leading us in and so forth. And we were 15 minutes late to these people standing there waiting on me to honor me with an endorsement after what they had been through and who they were. I had a few things to say about that.
How did you express your temper in that situation?
I said, please don't do this again.
Just like that?
I'm kidding. No, no.
I lost my temper last night when I was bone tired and I couldn't find the bathroom light. I'd flown in from New Mexico and I was in the hotel and I couldn't find the bathroom light and I got mad and lost my temper. But thankfully it was just with myself.
What happens when you lose your temper?
Well, I just get a little bit of an inner rage. Sometimes I take it out on people, but it ends quickly. It's because I demand a lot from myself and I expect others to. But that's a little side of me that I'd like to control a little bit.
You know, Michelle, my wife, will tell you that I actually am pretty even-keeled. I don't get mad too often. I think probably the last time I got angry was when I heard about George Bush vetoing the S-chip legislation and just watching that argument unfold.
Anything more pedestrian or banal than that in terms of losing your temper? Just your day-to-day life?
I don't have to drive these days because Secret Service is driving. So my moments of road rage are limited. And my girls are perfect, so they don't get me mad. If I am mad at Michelle, then she is probably mad at me too, and I'm probably the one who's wrong.
Just this morning, I had a little incident where we had a scheduling mess up, and I was not really happy about it. Well, I sent out an email on my BlackBerry, and I sent it out to several staff people who were involved, and I said this was a humiliating issue where I attended a breakfast today that I had on my calendar for tomorrow, and all these people had assembled, and there wasn't time on my schedule to get there, so I had to disrupt it and hurry over and spend a few minutes with a group of people who thought they were going to meet me today, and I thought I was going to meet them tomorrow. It was bad. It was really bad.
Was it a fundraiser?
It was. We probably owe them money now.
When was the last time you lost your temper and what came of it?
I try not to lose my temper because I really don't like it. It's not that I don't do it, but I try not to. I think, honestly, the last time was when our dog woke me up at 5 o'clock to put him out. I was not happy about that. He comes up and he just won't quit and just keeps nosing me, and I just woke up out of a cold sleep and started yelling at him, and I immediately felt guilty because the poor dog had to go out. But I try not to lose my temper.
Oh, that's a hard question. Probably yesterday.
It happens pretty often.
Most people have said, I haven't lost my temper in a very long time.
Oh, that's just a lie. That's just a lie. That's not the truth. I think I lost my temper in the last day or two, and I'm sure it was about some meaningless thing. I can't remember specifically.
Why do you think it happened, and how did you deal with it?
Why did it happen? Probably I was tired, and somebody was suggesting I do something that I didn't agree with. I told them what I thought was the right thing to do, and I did it.
It's been a while. I lost my temper 22 years ago when I was running for president, and a lot came of it. But I'm trying to think. Occasionally I get frustrated with staff who tells me things they know they don't know. I get frustrated occasionally with some of the things I hear being stated by candidates in both parties running for office. But I've not blown up and lost my temper. I used to I joke and say the 2 craniotomies I had for these aneurysms that took the top of my head off, I joke and I say, well, I cut the temper cord. There's a lot more equanimity in my last 20 years and after what I've gone through than there was before.
The last time I can remember being really angry was probably at a Senate Armed Services Committee hearing when Donald Rumsfeld was assuring everybody that the war was going fine. Maybe I become emotionally involved in issues that perhaps I should be more objective about. And look, I've made so many mistakes in my life. Last night I was asked about my relations with certain parts of the party, like the religious right. I believe in reconciliation. I reconciled with the anti-war movement, the Vietnam War. I reconciled with the Vietnamese. I reconciled with Jerry Falwell. I think reconciliation with your enemies, whether they be political or personal, is an important part of life.
I just haven't gotten angry and lost my temper that I can recall in a long, long time.
Come on.
Oh, you get.
I mean, there must be times when you feel
the
like
road experience.
You're gonna get really angry, or you just get furious, even if it's just an instant.
Oh, sure. Oh, of course.
When was the last time you did that?
I just don't. Sometimes on the road when I'm driving, if someone does something, I might express my anger. I don't do so in a visible way.
Rude signs,
no rude signs. No, they've been flashed in my direction, but rarely never actually in the other direction. I've kicked a door a couple of times. I remember kicking a door the other day. Not the other day. It was probably a few months ago.
Why'd you kick the door?
Well, I heard something that a particular member of the news media had said, and that was wrong. It was exactly the opposite of what was real, and it's frustrating to see things that you know being distorted. But I don't tend to express that openly or publicly.
What happened when you kicked the door other than stubbing your toe?
That was it. That's typically the result of anger, is being hurt yourself and not accomplishing anything for it.